Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we will discuss Speaker of Lok Sabha. For each of the House, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, there is a presiding officer. In Lok Sabha we call him a Speaker. In Rajya Sabha, the Vice President is the ex officio Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The Speaker of Lok Sabha is elected from amongst its members. The President fixes the date of the election, and along with that a panel is also chosen, a panel of chairperson, so that when Speaker vacates his office because of various reasons, the next Speaker is chosen from this panel. The Speaker remains in the office during the tenure of the Lok Sabha. Also, it is noteworthy that whenever the Lok Sabha is dissolved, the Speaker does not vacate his office and continues till the newly elected Lok Sabha meets. A question was asked in UPSC prelims regarding the vacation of seat by Speaker after the dissolution of the House. So Speaker does not vacate his office. He only vacates when the new Lok Sabha meets. A pro tem Speaker is chosen. A pro tem Speaker is a temporary Speaker who presides over the first meeting of the lower house of the Parliament after the general election, and also presides over the sitting in which the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker are elected. So the previous Speaker does not preside in that meeting. The pro tem Speaker decides over that sitting in which the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker are elected. A Speaker can vacate his office earlier in any of the following three cases. If he ceases to be a member of the Lok Sabha because of some reason he gets disqualified and is not a member of the Lok Sabha, then he has to vacate his office. If he resigns by writing to the Deputy Speaker, so resignation is handed over to the Deputy Speaker. This is also an important aspect. If he is removed by a resolution passed by a majority of all the members of the Lok Sabha, and this resolution must have a 14 days advance notice. The post of Speaker is very important because he is the one who takes all the decision in the House. Therefore, the independence and impartiality of Speaker is very important. How this independence and impartiality is maintained? First of all, security of tenure is maintained. Security of tenure means he cannot be removed by a simple majority. A resolution to remove the Speaker must be passed by the Lok Sabha by an absolute majority. That is, majority of the total members of the House, and not by an ordinary majority, that is majority of the members present and voting in the House. And this motion can be discussed only when it has the support of at least 50 members. Also, we learned that 14 days advance notice is required for such resolution. Next, his salaries and allowances are also charged on consolidated fund. So salaries and allowances are fixed by the Parliament. It is charged on consolidated fund of India, not subject to voting. His work and conduct cannot be discussed and criticized in the Lok Sabha except on a substantive motion. So to criticize his work, a substantive motion is to be introduced. His powers of regulating procedure or conducting business or maintaining order in the House are not subject to the jurisdiction of any court. So he cannot be taken to the court on the things related to procedure or conduct of business in the House. However, his decision on disqualification based on 52nd Amendment Act, that is 10th schedule, that is subject to judicial review set by the Supreme Court. He also maintains his impartiality by not voting in the first instance. He only exercises his vote when there is a tie. So this makes the position of Speaker impartial. In the ranking also, he has a very high position. He is placed at 7th rank along with the Chief Justice of India. So he has a higher rank than all cabinet ministers except the Prime Minister or Deputy Prime Minister. So this is how his independence and impartiality is maintained. In Britain, the Speaker is strictly a non-party man. So whenever a Speaker is elected, he has to resign from the party and remain neutral. However, in India, the Speaker does not need to resign from his party membership, but the impartiality is maintained through following provisions. What are the role, powers and functions? Speaker derives his powers from three sources. First, the Constitution of India. Second, the rules of procedure and conduct of business of Lok Sabha. And third, the parliamentary conventions. These parliamentary conventions has been established over the time, and it gives the residuary power to the Speaker. Speaker has to maintain order and decorum in the House. He also adjourns the House if quorum is not met, means the required number of MPs are not there. He is the final interpreter of the provisions of the Constitution of India, the rules of procedure and the parliamentary precedents within the House. Again, he exercises a casting vote in the case of a tie. Now, remember this: whenever there is a resolution against speaker to remove him, in that case, speaker can attend the sitting, can vote in the sitting, but in that case, speaker does not use his casting vote. So, in normal voting, speaker can use his vote, but not in the event of tie. He presides over a joint sitting of the two houses of parliament, and this joint sitting is summoned by the president. He can allow a secret sitting of the house at the request of the leader of the house. One important function is he decides whether a bill is a money bill or not. Whenever a bill is passed from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and goes to the president, it has a certificate from the speaker that this bill is a money bill, and the decision of speaker in this aspect is final. He decides the question of disqualification of members of the Lok Sabha arising on the ground of defection under the provision of 10th schedule. Because of this power, in recent times, role of speaker has become important. He appoints the chairman of all the parliamentary committees of the Lok Sabha. He also supervises their functioning, and he himself is the chairman of the business advisory committee and the rules committee and the general purpose committee. You must remember these three committees are presided by the speaker of the Lok Sabha. He also acts as the ex officio chairman of the Indian Parliamentary Group, which acts as a link between the Parliament of India and the various parliaments of the world. He also acts as the ex officio chairman of the Conference of Presiding Officers of Legislative Bodies in the country. So this was all about Speaker of the Lok Sabha. In the next video, I will cover Deputy Speaker and then the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. I hope you like this video. For more such videos, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.